One of our many stops at the 2011 Fergus Truck Show was at Castrol's booth, which was promoting more than just the company's products this year. Castrol was promoting the Portraits of Honor Tour, which is currently trucking a mural that features Canada's fallen soldiers from the war in Afghanistan to various cities and towns across the country. To find out more about the tour, we spoke with one of the coordinators, Marnie DeRoche.
Basically, this started about 2.5 years ago. The artist, Dave Sofa, had been watching television and saw the report of the 100th soldier fallen in Afghanistan and decided that he needed to do something about it. He needed to make some sort of a tribute. Now, Dave's an artist, an airbrush artist by trade, and decided that this portrait in particular needed to be something that would stand for all time, so he decided he needed to do it in oil. Went and bought himself a book called Oil Painting for Dummies and figured out the medium and went to work. It takes him approximately 80 hours to do every face. There are currently 156 faces on the canvas, I believe, and a drawing for the next one to go on. So it's taken him over 2,000 hours. 2.5 years to produce this portrait, and it's approximately 40 feet wide and 10 feet high.
One of the unique aspects of the tour is that it's aiming to stop at each of the hometowns of the soldiers featured in the mural.
We're trying to get to every hometown, yes, and there are other communities that are asking and requesting tour stops across the country. We're trying to accommodate as many of those as we can. We're traveling right now out west. We're in between BC and Alberta right now, doing a little dance over the border here and there for the next little while, and eventually making our way back into Ontario at the end of September.
So what's the tie into trucking? For that, we spoke with J.P. Soucy of Wakefield, Canada.
One of our customers is Transfreight McNamara, and it's a great customer, and I was in there servicing the account that particular day, and Ward Tregoning was talking to me about the Portraits of Honor. Ward is the owner of Transfreight McNamara, and it captured me right immediately on what they were doing to support the Portraits of Honor, and I said I want to do something to support it. So Castrol stepped up. The truck that is pulling the trailer for the tour is a brand new 2011 truck, and it requires diesel exhaust fluid. Of course, we manufacture it with our H2 Blue brand, so I said I'm going to give you free DEF for the tour. We stepped that up and said now we're going to give you free oil changes for the entire tour for not only the truck but also the support crew that goes with the trailer, so that they can help defer some of the costs that are associated with the tour. That's how it got started. It snowballed from there. I actually was privileged enough to be able to see the actual Portraits of Honor stop in Napanee, and it's very emotional when you see the family members of a fallen soldier looking into it. It gets me because you get to that point again. But when you see the family members looking at the portraits of their fallen son or dad, how can you not support something like that?
Soucy says the reaction from the trucking industry has been phenomenal so far.
Well, the reaction's been very supportive, in some cases overwhelming. For the people that are familiar with the tour itself, they just think this is fantastic. For the ones that are not familiar with it, they're caught a little off guard because they didn't realize that that was happening, and that they're more than happy to support it. We're trying to do it in a fun way with our slot car, but people are also just walking up and providing donations. And the great thing is that it goes directly to those wounded soldiers that come back that require prosthetics. Prosthetics that allow them to be active with their family. I mean, these are young soldiers coming back that are injured. It's going to allow them to have an active life with that family member versus just being a functional one.
For more information on the tour, visit www.portraitsofhonor.ca.